Stink. Stink fit. Stink fit.
All right.
Stink. All right.
We should probably do a video, right?
I love you, believe in you, and I just can't imagine anyone ever having a daughter more wonderful than you. Is it some type of a job? No, it's sweet. You're so sweet.
Okay.
So, I'm Dre Savage.
And I'm Asha Mauricio. We are back with a new.
Back with another one.
What?
Just when you thought we were done.
We are back.
Baby,
I
they gotta watch out.
So don't forget to subscribe. Like, we're working so hard. Like, it's not easy. He got a job. I got a job. We got a business. Trust me. We are doing this for you because we want you to learn, have fun, and get lit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do on this channel, right, bro?
Yeah, I know. We do.
So,
Not to mention, we have a relationship to maintain. So,
what? Did you hear that?
That's work, you know?
Let's go, partner. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking. He's going to be telling me and telling you guys how it's like to date an African girl. For those who didn't know, I am from Congo.
And I am from America.
So yes, I guess you could say I am part American now because I've been living in America. I've been here for a while, so I'm an American citizen. So
Are you a citizen? Do you have your papers and stuff? Did you get like a registered I'm just curious.
Babe.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't know. I never asked you that. I feel like I should have asked you that on our first date. Like,
Oh, so you wouldn't help me if I needed papers?
I would have helped you. I would have did what I had to do to make this work, you know? So I am dating an African girl, and guys, this is a new experience for me. It's just totally different. I've generally dated American girls, so...
American girls? Honey, you've mixed it up.
So yeah, I just did not see this coming, did not, expect this, but I have to say that it's been a learning experience and it's been an enjoyable one. So babe, some things about you that I've noticed about your culture. So I'm just curious, like, what you think about it and like why is it that way, and just like kind of inform the audience, or maybe some of it isn't about your culture. Just let me know. Just let me know if this is a cultural thing or if it's just Asha being Asha, You're Congolese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of language barriers. Your English is great, but you do, struggle sometimes with certain words, and it's just funny and like cute to hear you like say certain words. So just curious about how that experience is for you. Like, I know you also know a lot of different languages, so like how in your head, like is that something that's frustrating? Does it feel like it's something that's just natural to you now, or do you find yourself like constantly like trying to improve?
I mean, I do find myself constantly trying to improve, like all the time, because I'm telling you, I speak a lot of languages. When you're from Africa, you'll be speaking a lot of different languages. So yes, it's something that I like. I like that I have an accent. I like that, I'm different. I like that, I get to struggle and learn.
Yeah.
Makes me feel special.
I'm kind of into girls with accents, so
Well,
I kind of
what do you think?
That kind of got me
Okay.
into you, Sometimes literally, like, you'll say something and I have no idea like, what
I've
you're
noticed.
saying. But I'll just be like, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
The best thing is she'll like learn a new word and she'll start using it. And then
All the
like,
time.
yeah, and I'm like, babe, that was like, she'll think she's like cool. And I'm like, babe, like, no one's used that word in like 10 years. But she makes it sound cool, so.
Yeah, when you learn a new word, like when you learn a new word, it's become a thing for like a month.
Remember you didn't know like LOL or like any of that stuff? Like,
I knew what LOL
no,
is.
you didn't, babe.
I knew
No.
what LOL means.
Right,
Come
yeah.
on, whatever.
So that another thing I've noticed is I don't know, we have a very different way of eating. Like, is there something about eating with your hands that's part of the culture? Like, what's that about?
So if you're from Congo, osi oyebi.
So, yeah,
Okay, ulisha jua, okay? So this is what we do.
okay.
If you're eating fufu, bugali, whatever you want to call it, when you're eating this kind of food, you have to use your hands. Lots of African food you eat with your hands. Like, at least I'm gonna have to say 99% of African food, or I could even go 100. If you're using a fork, it's because you choose to. Every African food that I've ever ate, you gotta use your hands. Or if you're drinking soup, then you can use like a spoon. But hey, I like to do it old-fashioned way.
So what is it? What's up with you? And like you told me, like you like eat the bone and stuff.
Oh,
I just not something
Africans,
I've
we
ever
eat
done.
bones.
But,
We eat bone. We crush the bone because the flavor is inside the bones. There's like bone soup. You know, when you sometimes you can just boil the bones and then you get the flavor.
I don't know that.
Trust me, it's delicious.
Really?
Arr.
And I know it's like you call everything meat, so it's just like.
Oh yeah, like I feel like
because
yeah.
when I feel like with Americans, like we're like I'll say like this is chicken, this is beef, and I'll be like you'll have some like you'll bring me a plate, and I'm like oh what's this babe, and you're just like oh it's just meat. You know?
Yeah.
It's like okay,
Yeah.
but like what kind of meat? It's like oh it's just meat.
Yeah,
Just like,
I don't know. It's
like
you know, since I grew up,
yeah,
I
you
just
call
call
it
meat. Even chicken, I call it meat.
meat? Okay.
But it's like chicken meats, beef meats. But I just don't put the name unless somebody asks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different for me, you know.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite like African foods, and what is it? You know, is there stuff about American food that you wish that it had?
I mean, I do like American food. I feel like they have really nice food. I just I got in love with Americans, and I feel like it's such a beautiful country. I've tasted some good food. Like today, took me to this nice restaurant. I tasted their salad. It was out of control. I loved it. But there's something about just something that you grow up with, and you just kind of get used to it. So my favorite food are ndagala, madesu, oh my god, just some really good food like Thompson. It's like a certain of fish, and I don't even like seafood, but this fish I'll eat it. Macayabo, just some food that most people they don't really know. It's a home cooked food. There's just certain things that we have that people here they don't really make, and that's okay.
Probably the first thing that I noticed, babe, is that you are all about family. This girl like has like her family like always on her mind. She thinks everyone is her children. Like she feels like she has to protect the country of Africa. Like you're very, very close to your family. You live with your sister right now. You have a very, very close bond. You're always like calling your family, talking to them on the phone, and it's just like. And it's cool, like I dig that. It's cool to see that you're so close with your family. You take it to like a whole nother level. It's like you guys share everything, so it just seems like it's very important in African culture. Definitely something that I think is lacking a little bit in American culture, just because you see a lot of divorces and you see a lot of,
that's crazy.
just families that split up and stuff like that. So. Yeah, just curious about what's your take on family and like what's your importance to keeping family together.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get emotional. Okay, this is weird. Okay. Oh my god, let's stop.
No, let's keep going.
Let's stop.
No,
Okay.
Let's just go with it.
I guess so emotional.
Because.
Okay, this is weird.
It's not weird.
Okay, I just love my family so much.
No, but is it just you, or is it like a cultural thing? Like, what do you think?
I think it's a culture thing. I guess so emotional because family is life. In Africa, they say it takes a village to raise a child. In Africa, it actually does take a village to raise a child. Your next door neighbor can actually spank your child if your child is acting up. Yeah, so it's like a big deal for me. Family is life. I grew up with so many people who were not even part of my family that, I call cousins and stuff. They're not even my cousins. For me, family is everything.
All about the family.
It's all about the family.
She is the most loyal, down chick that I've ever met. Like she, like I can protect myself, but like if somebody came for me, like this girl's got my back.
We don't play that game.
And like I've just never met someone that's like had my back like that.
Yeah, you don't want to come for my
so supportive
dude.
And just so like all about me. So like I just want to know, is that just Asha being Asha, or is that like you told me about African culture and just how you're all about loyalty and so I'm just curious, like, what is that about?
Definitely, I wouldn't do it just for anyone. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, for you gotta be down for me, for me to be down for you. What's good? Right. But definitely, it's just how I was raised. I feel like laws, religion, cultures, they really grind us and make us who we are. Without all these things, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. So I really have to give it up to God, and and then after that I'll give it up to my parents, just because without God I wouldn't be here. And I'm thankful. So I feel like everything that I am is because of where I came from. Gotcha. And it's because of who God is. And I feel like it's definitely a culture thing. We are taught to be loyal to our people. It's not like that. But if you meet someone who is willing to be that loyal, I feel like it shouldn't be just a culture thing. I feel like if somebody is down for you, you should, do that in return. So yes, I am down for my man. Like I told you, I am down for my family. Just though, after just, me and you just meeting, we just clicked so fast. We're talking for hours. It just became my best friend, and we're like, you know what? I feel like we are definitely the right one for each other.
I dig it. As much as loving and as caring as you can be, she also has another side. Like if you cross her path, like she's gonna bring fire. So I just want to know, like, you're very, very strong-minded, and you're very, like, you won't put up with anything,
Definitely.
And I notice it's not just her. Like, I notice her sisters. I met some of her sisters, and they all have that very, very strong personality. Like, when she enters the room, like, you're gonna know, like, you're gonna notice her. This girl, like, I don't even have to go to business meetings because this girl, she's gonna just take care of it. Like, she's gonna handle it. She's gonna handle business. Like,
yep.
Dudes be afraid of her. Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about respect. Again, I feel like you earn respect. And if you all know that you've earned it and people don't want to give it to you, demand it. You say either you respect me, or we ain't talking, or we ain't dealing at all. So this is how I look at it. I feel that as a woman, because my grandmother was a very strong woman, I feel like I have so much of her characteristics. I feel like, she passed it on to my mom passed it on to us. It's a generation thing. I feel like if you're a strong woman and if you stand for yourself, it shouldn't even matter where you're from. You should demand and have high standards. I've talked to a guy who told me that my standards are so high. We talked. We talked about what I needed, and he just couldn't take it because he felt like I have high expectations. And I hear a lot of guys who say, "Oh, your standards are so high. I guess girls be having high standards." I'm like, well, there is men who have super high standards. You just gotta meet the guy who, they're gonna have high standards for you, so you can have high standards for them, because he was like super high, like, expectations. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna bring my own expectations because I got my own and they're up to there. So that's why we got along.
High expectations. It's weird because we're both pretty, like, we're picky.
Oh my
goodness,
we are
like,
very picky.
Very stubborn. We're both stubborn.
You should see us go into it. Like, it's like, I'm like, no. He's like, I don't think so. I'm like, well, what? What?
Put your finger down.
What?
You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this in front of the camera. So, like, I know it's like whenever you hear music, you feel the beat. So, like, is it, what's up with the rhythm and about the culture? Like,
now, you don't gotta finish this.
Can we get a little performance? Can we get some mood? Can we get a little?
You know what? Maybe after we reach like 1,000 subscribers, I could do a little Congolese dance. Okay.
I would love to see that. Have I ever seen that myself?
No, you haven't.
Oh, wow.
I might perform a little bit, just 1,000. It's not too much. You can do it. So make sure you subscribe.
Because
so you can
I need
see me dance Congolese style.
Look out for a brother. I'm trying to see this. So
he has never seen me dance, like at least Congolese culture.
Not Congolese. I've seen.
I've given you a little, something. But let me tell you something. Congolese, we're all about dancing. We're all about partying. That's our culture. Our culture is to party, to dance. I don't know why, to sing. That's just part of who we are. We praise the Lord so high. And when we're ready to party, we party so hard. It is what it is. I don't know why, but it's in our blood. I'm always dancing to the rhythm. You could just be beating. So is that all for today, sir?
I think that's all. I think you have a very interesting culture, and I think that we should do a follow-up video where you talk about how it is to date an American guy.
Oh, I got a lot to talk about. So that was all for today.
That's all for today.
All right. Don't forget to subscribe, like, just smack this button down below.
The demonstration.
We need your love. That would really help us if you subscribe. So
the more love you show us, the more love we can show you.